dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Hey, good evening. I'm Jim Freeman. New tonight, we're learning 2 Letcher County schools, including one damaged in the July 2022 flooding, will open a little later. In a post on the district's Facebook page Saturday night, officials announced West Whitesburg Elementary School will now open on Wednesday, August 16th. The post also states Whitesburg Middle School will also stay closed until Wednesday because they share buses and facilities with the elementary school. All other schools in the district start Monday.
All right, we continue to track a quiet night on tap for us for the most part. Some ground clutter showing up on live pinpoint Doppler radar, but no major issues out there. Now tonight, a bit later on, we may see again a few scattered showers. Nothing too major going on across the region, but as you look out there right now, not a whole lot going on. Mount Vernon along I-75, kind of quiet out there tonight. We're not looking at a lot of traffic down in southern Kentucky, and you see temperatures still kind of mild out there most locations. 75 Moorhead, Prestonsburg, 70 in Hazard, 71 in London, 72 in Somerset, 74 in Irvin. Looks like 67 just changed there. Middlesboro just a minute ago, 63, one of the cooler spots over in Wise. Now for the next 12 hours, we're going to bounce down to close to 70 there, but bouncing back up pretty quickly in the interim going into the afternoon hours. Chances tonight and Sunday. Worst storms come on Monday, and a fall preview comes after that front. Jim?
Thanks, Brandon. Dozens of people came to check out a softball tournament Saturday, but not for the reason you may think. This tournament is to raise money for a new scholarship in the name of West Virginia State Police Sergeant Corey Maynard. He was killed in the line of duty in June. Matt Lackridge spent the day hanging out with the teams.
A softball field might not be the place you'd expect to find members of law enforcement, firefighters, and more. But everyone is here for a special reason, to honor West Virginia State Trooper Sergeant Corey Maynard. He was killed in the line of duty in June.
For those of us that knew him well, that worked with him every day, he touched our lives in a way that'll never be forgotten.
Through this softball tournament, they're helping raise funds to support a scholarship in Corey's name that will support families of first responders. And for those like Sergeant Jamie Harris, who went to the academy with Corey, seeing all these people show their love and support, he couldn't ask for anything more.
I know that to see this type of sport be played, to see a tournament in his honor and to raise money for a scholarship in his name would be something else that I think would be truly special to him.
And to start out the 4th game of the day, a special pinch hitter took the field.
Our leadoff batter is the son of Sergeant Corey Maynard, Finn. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
The tournament, organized by Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College, CEO Stacy Dingus says it's amazing to see such passion in creating this scholarship.
This is a way that we not only remember Corey, but we're also able to give back to our community through any first responder and their immediate family who might want to attend Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College.
Dingus says they're hoping to raise $50,000. Half of that would immediately go to students in need, and the other half they would invest so that in the future they'll be able to give money to students.
Thanks, Matt. We'll have a link on our website for anyone interested in donating. A man is in federal custody after police say he led them on a high-speed chase through several Kentucky counties. Officials say a Kentucky state trooper tried to pull over Tyler Allen yesterday in Mount Vernon. They say he threw out some drugs, then took off, reaching speeds of 135 miles per hour. He crashed in Berea. Police say he ran into a restaurant and ended up on its roof. The restaurant's manager said at first they didn't know what was going on.
I mean, yeah, for a little bit. I mean, because, we didn't have any idea what was going on while the cops had their guns out. And, so yeah, I mean, for a little bit it was scary. We locked the store down and everybody inside was safe.
Allen is being held in the Rock County Castle Jail. The FBI is handling the case. 3 people are hurt after a car crashed into a Frankfort restaurant. It happened yesterday afternoon at the Taco Bell on Versailles Road. That's when Kentucky State Police say 2 cars crashed on the roadway. One of those vehicles veered off the road, jumped the curb, and crashed through the side of the restaurant. Officials tell us the 3 people who were injured were eating inside when the crash happened. All 3 were taken to the hospital. 1 was airlifted. Deborah Wade works across the street. She watched as the scene quickly unfolded.
How do you go to get something to eat for dinner and end up in the hospital? You want everybody to be all right. You want them to be able to see tomorrow. So you automatically pray, Lord, please, you wrap your wings around them, make sure that they're all right.
No employees were hurt in the crash. An official with Taco Bell says the dining room will stay closed for several days. We're working to get an update for you on the conditions of the 3 patrons who were injured. Secretary of State Michael Adams says more Kentuckians are registering to vote ahead of the November election. Secretary Adams says more than 6,000 new voters registered last month, and that is the 5th month that voter registration has outpaced voter removals. He says independents were the highest rate of registration. His office says Republican registrants account for 46% of the electorate. Democratic registrants make up 44%. 10% are registered under other political parties. One organization in Clay County is helping less fortunate kids get beds. Sleep in Heavenly Peace hosted a community build, and volunteers helped build 20 beds. Clay County Chapter Community Liaison Vanda Rice says this event could not have gone on without the support of the community. She says it's good to see people of all ages come out and participate.
So we spread the word that we're going to build, and we encourage everybody, families especially, to come and help build. So as you will see today, it's very multi-generational, and so there's a job for everybody, no matter your age, your ability, skill. There's something for everybody to do.
She says even though the organization is fairly new, she is happy to see the growth they've made in less than 6 months. She says they have more build days scheduled for September and October. The Country Music Highway Tribute Show was held today at Whitesburg. More than 40 vendors with food, crafts, and gifts were on hand, along with music from local artists who played country music cover songs as well as some of their own songs. Corey Michael Harris, who is this year's headlining act, says people will hear cover songs from some of the country music's greatest artists. These artists paved the way for people like him to be able to take the stage.
We'll be doing some songs from folks who are notable artists along the country music highway here in Eastern Kentucky. So, I'm honored to have been asked to headline this event here and then to play the event next weekend in Prestonsburg.
Harris also says he plays all across the region, including Tennessee and Virginia, and he loves Eastern Kentucky. Coming up at 11, 1 year ago, President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act. Our D.C. Bureau has the latest on how it's affecting Americans today.
Everyone, tonight looks fairly calm. The scene could be different just 24 hours from now. I'll have the latest on what we could see Monday in just a few minutes.